is a sunchoke, and I'm Emily. And this is the story of what happens when this innocent-looking tuber falls into the wrong hands. And for that, we need to go back to the summer of 2014. I was working that summer at the PR offices of a high fashion brand. I only include that detail because there is some kind of irony afoot here because, you know, the fashion world is not exactly known for being the most positive about and embracing of the human body. So I walk in one morning, and while I'm hanging out my personal belongings, I see my supervisor sitting at her desk and eating a large bowl of some unfamiliar food. And she tells me it's called sunchokes, and she saw it in the grocery store that morning in the pre-prepared section, and she decided to buy it for breakfast. Cut to midday, I'm sitting in the showroom at my post where one of the bosses pops her head in. Hey, Emily, I was just wondering, like, did you perchance use the bathroom in the main hall today at any point? Oh, yeah, I think so. I think I used it earlier this morning. Why? I just was wondering, when you left the bathroom, did you notice by chance that the toilet had a difficult time emptying? Oh, no, I actually just peed, so I don't think I remember anything weird happening. Like, why is there a clog? Yeah, it's just out of service right now, so I just wanted to go and make sure that everyone in the company, including the new people, understand that, you know, the plumbing here is a bit old and you can't be putting in tampons or a lot of toilet paper. Oh, okay. So a little bit later, I had actually forgotten about this because I went to use that bathroom, and I am reminded by the sign on the door that I need to go use the bathroom upstairs because this one is out of commission. And like every character from the opening scene of a horror movie, instead of just walking away, my curiosity got the better of me, and I opened the door, and the smell hits me before my eyes can process the horrible scene before me. There has indeed been a clog of massive proportions. It is flowing over the bowl, flooded all over the bathroom floor, and it's only being prevented from going into the hall by a very hastily yet pretty sturdily created dam made out of towels. I take in this tragic scene, and even more pungent than the smell of poo is the smell of human suffering. I mean, it's bad enough for this to happen in any job, but when your work is in an industry that basically personifies the I think my shit don't stink mentality, and then you have this incident that viscerally proves that your shit do indeed stink, I'm just imagining this poor person is berating themselves and feeling awful and mortified unduly. So I head back to my work area, and I can't help but wonder who it is. Everyone in the office looks really relaxed, so I think, okay, either they have a really good poker face, or maybe they're not as scatologically ashamed as I had assumed. Then, at some point, I need to ask my supervisor something, and I find out she actually left very suddenly right before lunch because she was feeling ill. Right around the time that the toilet's clogged. Thank you all for joining me here in the parlor. I suppose you're wondering why I've gathered you here today. One of you is the perpetrator of this ghastly crime against a young woman's bowels, and I intend to reveal with no uncertainty who that is. First, I thought it may be you, Milk, a known foe to those with lactose intolerance. Perhaps you slipped into a coffee? But alas, I found it unlikely that our vegan-leaning friend would choose you with both oat and soy milk available. And then I thought, perhaps it was you, leftover colleague's birthday donut. Rich in both sugar and gluten, both a known scourge on the peace and harmony of many a gastrointestinal tract. But then I reasoned it would be rather odd for our victim to react so strongly to ingredients which she eats, as far as I can tell, on a near daily basis. So at this point I was stumped, having no further suspects, chalking it up to a mere stomach bug, a virus perhaps. But then I realized I was forgetting something. The newcomer, yes, you, Jerusalem Artichoke, sunchoke to friends. You seemed so innocent, being a vegetable and all the more virtuous for being so uncommon. And yet, the simplest of Google searches revealed the nickname which told the whole sordid tale. Would you like to do the honors, or shall I? Pleading the fifth, are we? All right, allow me. Ladies and gentlemen, may I present to you the Fartichoke! Seize him! So yeah, it turns out the sunchoke is very high in the fiber inulin, which is indigestible to humans. Instead, it's broken down for us in our guts by bacteria via fermentation. And while fibers like inulin are very important for maintaining the health of our gut microbiota, for some people, the very high amount of inulin contained in sunchokes is just too much, and it'll cause digestive symptoms, which could be anything from a few farts to a full-blown blowout. Apparently, the sunchoke has been causing these effects in an unlucky subset of people for a very long time, as evidenced by this quote I found on Wikipedia, which dates back to 1621 by the English botanist John Goodyear. Which way soever they be dressed and eaten, they stir and cause a filthy, loathsome, stinking wind within the body, thereby causing the belly to be pained and tormented, and are meat more fit for swine than men. To be clear, not everyone will have these effects, so there is no need to fear the sunchoke or any of its inulin-rich cousins just yet. Just be sure to take it easy when you try them for the first time so that you can see your own reaction and determine your own tolerance. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go eat this entire bag of dried apricots I just bought. See you next time. Tasty.